The race to replace Congressman John Conyers is getting pretty crowded. From his son to his nephew to a former state rep and Detroit City Council president, there are probably more people to come. Interestingly enough, Mayor Mike Duggan gave his endorsement this week to Council President Brenda Jones. How key is this endorsement in a crowded yet wide open race? I was surprised by the endorsement this week because it feels like it's earlier on in the race and that Mike Duggan came out and said, well, Brenda Jones is it.
I'm good, right?
I'm good. We're good with this.
He's had a very interesting relationship with Brenda Jones. And, you know, what's he got to lose here? He endorses her and she wins. She goes to Congress and, you know, he's got a friend in Congress. He endorses her. She doesn't win. She owes him as council president. I don't see a downside to this. But, I mean, you've already got 7, 8 people in with more to come in a crowded race. Every little thing makes a difference. If the mayor can bring her an extra 3, 4, 5% of the vote, you've got 7, 8, 9 other well-known names in there. That can make a difference.
So an endorsement from him holds a lot of power. So endorsements are still
key. I think
key.
so. Yeah, no, I think it does. I mean, he just won his re-election in the city by 40 points or something ridiculous. I mean, people like him. They respect him. He's very popular statewide. It's so popular that people have talked about him as the best possible Democratic
don't say it. He is
candidate
not
for governor.
Running for governor.
He says
don't
he's not
say
now.
It.
I mean, it's probably too late.
You know,
I mean, I still think he would have been a better choice than anyone we have on the Democratic side right now. What's interesting in this race, I think, is not just the number of people who are throwing their hat in, but the number of people who, at least on paper, are quite qualified for the job. I mean, it's not like we have a bunch of people who just have no experience with any of this stuff. I mean, Brenda Jones has been the council president now for 4 years. She's been on the council for a while. Rashida Tlaib
just got in this week. Ian Conyers,
who's John Conyers' nephew, was in the state senate. These are people who
Coleman Young coming in.
Coleman Young, he's been a state
here's
senator.
what I would watch in this race. You've got a whole lot of big Detroit names in this race. And so far, that district is 35% suburban.
It is.
You've got Bill Wild now formed an exploratory committee. The only suburban candidate at the moment, Dave Gniezik may get in, but the only suburban candidate and a very well-known one. This is a district where the suburban communities don't feel they've had much representation over the years and don't feel like they've had any attention paid to their concerns. A good, solid suburban candidate in a crowded field of Detroiters, he could pick up 25, 26% of the vote. He'll win.
That's gonna be
and also because it's all on one side of the political.
That's right.
It's all Democrats, so they've all got to run against each other.
And split the vote. All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.